Hey friends, welcome back to Hot News over on the Hot News channel. Hope you have enjoyed whatever day you are in currently. Time zones and time travel and future video viewing. I don't care. I love you. That was weird. So let's go ahead and jump on into the hot news, which the first little thing that we want to talk about is Red Dead Redemption 2 potentially coming to the PC. This isn't the first leak that we've gotten. Rockstar's social club has revealed sometimes that there's code for Red Dead Redemption 2 on the PC, but now there's actual files in the game itself referring to DX12 and DX11 support for up to ultra detail settings on texture quality, which is not something you find on the console versions of the game. And then there's also references to grass quality, shadows, particle settings, motion blur, as well as anti-aliasing and your monitor's refresh rate. So that's a lot of stuff to be baked into a video game, and so the expectation is that the release should be coming soon. I personally think that it would be great for a holiday release on the PC. I mean, when did Red Dead release? Like a year ago?
Yeah, it's been over a year at this point, I think.
Yeah, so it's about time that we get it on the PC. So holidays this year might be a little soon for Rockstar's typical release schedule, but it also wouldn't be too bad either. So I would expect it. It would be a great game to run on PC, to be quite honest.
He's going so slow.
And then let's talk about EA, who surprisingly rolled out a technical demonstration or a technical test of their Project Atlas cloud gaming service. This is actually quite similar to all of the other gaming services that we're expecting to come out, such as Google Stadia or others. But this one is good because if you already own the game on Origin, then if you play it on something while streaming, it automatically syncs that progress to your Origin account. So let's say you want to take like a freaking Ultra book out on the road, you still can play Need for Speed Rivals, which is one of the titles that you're allowed to do. And then when you come back home to your beefy gaming PC, you can still play it there. I like it. I don't like the fact that you're probably gonna have to pay for it if they include it in their Origin Premier Access or whatever crap it is that you pay monthly for. If it's included in that, that would make sense. But if they're gonna charge this as a separate service, then they can go fly a kite and I'm done with it.
Yeah, I had no idea this was even coming. Like I guess I was paying more attention to Stadia and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well they talked about it coming. This isn't the first we have. What was a surprise was the fact that at 1 a.m. Eastern time today, you can trial it. Weird, yeah. It was a surprise cloud gaming test. And then speaking of cloud gaming, we have information about Google Stadia. Some of the people in charge there happen to say that while they would not offer free trials when it first launches, because obviously you have the Founders Edition that you can order on the Google Play Store right now, they want to make sure that it was at the buddy system.
Yeah.
So you can invite a friend so that they get a few months free or whatever.
I think it's 3 months.
3 months for free on Google Stadia. They want to roll that out, and then after a few months, they could see themselves giving out free trials so that people can try out Stadia and then potentially sign up for the service or buy the games on Stadia. Because that's the weird thing about Stadia is it's not just a service, you also have to buy the games with them.
Yeah, that kind of threw me off. I thought it was going to be like more of a Netflix kind of thing.
Yeah, that was the initial perspective, but then, yeah, Stadia, it's weird. I think I'll get it, but I don't necessarily know I need it. And then the next thing we're gonna talk about, did you ever play PT on PlayStation 4?
I did.
Okay, so it creeped you out, right? I never had the chance to play it because I didn't know. This was supposed to be what, Silent Hill?
Yeah, it was the teaser for the new
Before
Silent Hill.
Hideo Kojima got screwed around by everybody. Anyways, there's a new camera hack that has come out for the game that allows you to see why you hear creepy noises all the time, and that is Lisa, the half-dead person who's following you around, is literally right behind you the entire time. And then Borderlands 3 reviews dropped yesterday. It looks like the embargo lifted on that, and critics are highly divided. Basically, if you wanted Borderlands 2 in 2019 with quality of life improvements, Borderlands 3 is for you. If you've never liked Borderlands, give it a skip, which is basically what I thought this entire time, so I'm not playing this one. Are you guys excited for Borderlands 3? Let us know down in the comments.
I have the shiniest meat bicycle!
Have you ever drank bones? Well, the makers of Doom have announced Doom Bone Vodka made from bovine bones. Reese is losing it right over there. Apparently, you can drink some freaking bovines with vodka because...
Delicious.
This world first vodka using bones sourced from world famous butchers, the Ginger Pig. If hell created vodka, I don't know.
I thought vodka was potatoes.
I thought so too, but now it's bones. Bone vodka, Reese. It's for you. Speaking of bone vodka, The Last of Us Part 2 officially got teased a little bit yesterday by Jeff Keighley, indicating that there is going to be an announcement event for the media on September 24th.
Sweet.
Why could I not say 24th? So if you're excited about Last of Us 2, September 24th is when we need the date. Reese is freaking out. I still haven't played the first one.
I will slap you.
I have it. I have the remastered one on my PS4. I just haven't gotten around to it. There are so many games I want to play, Reese. I don't have time. And then speaking of tweets, the people behind Life is Strange 2 tweeted out that they will be removed from Australian digital storefronts over some rating issues with the game. Apparently, at least the speculation that I've read about this is it has to do with the fact that Life is Strange is an episodic release, and so each episode needs to be rated, and then it has to be displayed properly, and they're not adhering to that. Apparently, this has happened with games in the past with their DLC releases, so it's not something particularly new, but if you already own the game in Australia, you can still play it. You just won't be able to buy it for a little bit until they resolve things with the Australian content board or whatever the heck it's called. And then the people behind Resident Evil, Capcom, I don't know, I could have just said Capcom, they announced a new game called Project Resistance, which is going to be a team-based Resident Evil game. So it has two ways that this can go based on the trailer that was published. It can either be a Left 4 Dead style, where it's 4 people who group together to fight against AI zombies, or it could be more of a Dead by Daylight scenario where it's human people against human zombies, potentially. I know Left 4 Dead had human zombies, but that wasn't the main point. Anyways, let's talk more about DLC. I don't know when I talked about DLC. Anyways, Kingdom Hearts 3 released the trailer for their Remind DLC that should be coming out this winter. A lot of it seems to indicate that they're not building on the Disney World part of the Kingdom Hearts series, but even Kingdom Hearts 3 was a terrible successor to what Kingdom Hearts 2 was as far as merging Final Fantasy and Disney. I felt like Disney was shoehorned because they had to do it and they were just trying to wrap up the story, and they did it very poorly. None of the worlds felt like they mattered to the story. It just felt like, oh, we need a Disney world here. Let's enjoy. Anyways, so that's kind of what the DLC is supposed to do. It's supposed to be an epilogue, and it's just a furthering of the story. So I'm okay with it. If it's, I don't know if it's free or if you have to purchase it. Either way, I'm getting it. I did enjoy me some Kingdom Hearts 3. It's just stupid kid fun. That's what I like about it. You still have my copy, don't you?
Probably.
Jerk. I want it back. And then more streaming service news. Google has officially teased its Play Pass subscription. This is something that was indicated previously when leaked documents came out, but the Play Pass subscription is supposed to be the Android equivalent of the Apple Arcade, which is just a subscription service that you pay monthly for, and then you get access to video games on your mobile device. I guess this will work well with people who play a lot of mobile games. And then this is something that Reese is going to be excited about. Overwatch on Switch, we got some indication of what their performance should be like and the resolutions it's supposed to be running at. 720p on handheld, 900p in docked, 30 FPS on both. Should be good. The only downside is that there likely will be zero crossplay whatsoever. So you're just going to be playing with Switch owners on a game that's 3 years old who might not pick it up. I don't see the appeal of picking up Overwatch for the Switch. If you've already played it, you already have something that can play it better, so why are you picking it up on the Switch? It's not a portable game. It's something that you have to play where you have reliable internet. So it's more like a home game, and in which case, if you've already been enjoying Overwatch, why would you pick it up for the Switch? I don't see it. What?
You can play on the Lou.
You can play on the pooper, yeah. And then yesterday, Sega celebrated the 20th anniversary of the Dreamcast. I never owned one because I was a PlayStation boy, though I think the Dreamcast came out before the PlayStation? No, it came out before the PlayStation 2 and after the original PlayStation. So yeah, never had one, never had the need to have one. Sega stuff never really appealed to me much. And then in the latest incident of games that are gonna ruin your drive and probably kill somebody at some point, apparently you can now answer Jeopardy questions while while you drive thanks to the Drivetime app, which is supposed to be voice activated and hands-free, but I guarantee you people are still gonna be looking down at their phone to read the dang question because they couldn't pay attention because that guy in that lane was cutting them off. And oh damn, I'm gonna kill you now! What is death? Sorry, Jeopardy triggers me a little bit. Speaking of triggered, Sea of Thieves pulled the trigger on some pirate action with releasing updates, adding pets and a premium currency to do that this week. But the best part of the Sea of Thieves announcement was the monkey involved in the developer's live stream about it, in which case it hopped onto one of their shoulders and then Ralphed on that side, hopped onto the other shoulder and Ralphed on that side. It is something that Jayson, I know, is holding back vomit even trying to edit this video. He cannot handle it. Monkey vomit. It's what I knew I needed today.
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
And then, do you like Pokemon? Do you like playing Pokemon mobile games? Well, Pokemon Masters, which recently released, about a week, 2 weeks ago? Anyways, it's been announced that they earned $26 million in its first week, which is only second to Pokemon Go as far as the amount of revenue that a Pokemon game has brought in its first week, which surprisingly was only $56 million in its first week. And then more Nintendo news, the Switch firmware update of 9.0 is out, not really adding a whole lot that I personally care about. It has some Switch Lite quality of life improvements for it. You can search for news, you can display QR code to check in, and then you can have alarm notifications, and then you can configure the touchscreen sensitivity. There's a few other things going on, but for the most part, not something I really care about. This doesn't seem like to be a major update. Probably will happen for 10.0, but 9.0 is kind of meh. And then this is the next article I want to get your opinion about, Reese. A Games Radar reporting that World of Warcraft Classic already has one of the nicest communities in gaming. Have you experienced that, my friend?
Well, I kind of only play on the roleplay servers, so everyone's kind of just nice in general.
I mean, Jayson, for GTA role-playing, how many trolls are there on a given server?
How many trolls?
Yeah.
Depends how strict the server is.
You're a strict server. Moving on to the next article, and the last one of the day. I'm not gonna give any opinion about this. I'm just gonna give you the facts. The Twitch streamer Amouranth, who's known for her ASMR streams, got banned from Twitch for, at least right now, still banned, for showing her vagina on stream. And that's the end of hot news. Reese, got anything you want to add to that last article?
No, I'm good.
All right, hit the like button if you enjoyed this episode of Hot News. Get subscribed to stay up to date on everything that we cover here. And that'll be it. I'm Brett, that's Reese, and we will see you in the next one. Cheers. Jayson! Japanese business suit listening boy!
What?